What is up, my brother?
Not bad.
Barrett and I have the fun job of putting this TV on the wall today. I guess we gotta go out in the garage and get the bracket in a minute, but this house we just finished and moved into. I still have to build a mantle, and I let the drywall guy cover over the firebox because I don't know, it looks more finished until we got moved in. Procrastinator. One thing I've grown to hate is TVs above fireplaces. So I'm gonna do something spatial for this fireplace. It's gonna look nice. So, all that said, we have our L-shaped couch here, our nice Persian rug from Salty Daisy, and then we'll have a TV stand, some kind of piece of furniture underneath the TV mounted on the wall. So Barrett, here's our bracket. Now this was sent to me by this company. What's it called?
Mounting Dream.
Mounting Dream. I'll have to verify that. I'll put a link in the description because this is, well, it's not paid. You know how it is. They send us these things for free, and we put them up and make a video for them. And when she first contacted me, we actually were living in the other house. And would you like my knife? Because you know you can reuse the box if you.
What was the right way to open it? That's for sure.
No, it was over there. Anyway, admiring this fancy template. Usually they're wimpy paper, right, Barrett? Mm-hmm. This one's like a heavier stock, and it has a sticky back tape on it. Barrett was like, I guess I need to grab some painter's tape. I said, But anyway, I typically won't even use these templates. I usually will just hold the bracket up on the wall where I want it and mark the holes, because I trust real life over something some geek printed on paper. But I'm gonna trust it because it looks like it's gonna be pretty close. The thing is, this is, what, 17 inches. Is this thing zoomed in? The only thing I don't like about the new iPhones is that
You got the different lenses.
Yeah,
Wide,
you either have this sort of fisheye lens, or the next one in seems to be a bit too close. But anyway, this is not an iPhone review, so we're kind of guaranteed to hit a stud somewhere at us. You know, if your studs are on 16-inch centers. And see, this is the problem you have if you didn't put blocking in the wall, which we never do. We'll have to see. We're gonna go ahead and mount this thing, and I've had to literally, if I was concerned about the weight, I've literally had to drill holes in these brackets before, because a stud will be right here, right? Mm-hmm. And that's why I say I don't really trust the template. I stick this up on the wall and I mark all the holes, and then I'll test them to see which one. But Barrett, where's those anchors? I have always wanted to try these. These are heavy duty, and if you're gonna mount something this heavy, you'll probably want to use these if you don't hit a stud. And so what I think I'm gonna do is just go ahead and mount this on the wall in the center, and then we're just gonna drill our holes. If we hit a stud, we'll use a bolt, a lag bolt. If we don't, we'll use these. What'd you say?
So you put it in the hole like that, and then you do
Yeah.
that and stick it inside the wall.
Yep. It's got this kind of zip tie effect. And once you pull that back, see, I'm afraid to do it. I'm afraid it'll lock in place. But that locks it, you know. And that's why these are so cool. There's such a broad range of depth. But this, I've seen these tested before. I forgot who made the video. These hold like 150 pounds a piece, easy. And really, the drywall the drywall's gonna fail before this anchor fails. So, okay, so the holes line up pretty good, don't they, Barrett?
Yes.
All right, so this is what you need to do. when you're figuring out how high you want this thing. There is an offset of 6 inches from here to here. We're gonna line this up pretty close to the top of our TV. We've already checked it. But there's only a 4-inch offset from here to here. So if we want our TV at 52 inches off the floor, this needs to be at 48 inches. Right, Barrett?
Yep.
So if we just mount this template, I'm trying to get it off. If we just mount this template at 48 inches to the top of it, then we'll be golden. So after much discussion, Barrett and I have decided to put it at 52 or 50?
50.
50 there, which makes the top of it 54. What I was telling Barrett was that I've got this piece of furniture that goes down here, okay? And I don't want there to be too much wall space between the bottom of the TV and that piece of furniture. I mean, I would like to be able to set books or something there, but I don't want there to be this huge, I want there to be a relationship between.
Yeah.
So when you're determining the height, at first I was gonna put it up at the top of the windows, but that's too high. And so I had Barrett sit on the couch and I said, okay, I held a pencil. I said, okay, that's as high as I'm going. That's all I'm doing, I can't go any higher. So we're gonna put it there. So now we're gonna take our little level. Do we trust the level? I think I'm gonna get my 2-foot level.
Okay.
We'll check it. All right, so Barrett, we're gonna check their level against our Irwin. Let me get it on the, what does that say? I can't see the bubble. It's almost good.
Yeah, it's almost.
Actually, that's pretty good. I can't see crap.
Yeah, it's hard with that blue.
The problem, well, here, we can do it right here. The problem with these little short levels is that they're really too short.
There we go.
And that, see how much of, I mean, look how much variation
Yeah.
there is.
Let's see.
So that's level, but we'll check it again here. So I would also recommend using painter's tape instead of the sticky stuff they have. I don't know, I don't wanna, you're gonna mar up your wall with gunk. Some of those tapes can leave residue on their paint. And of course, painter's tape won't do that, so. All right, so for the moment of truth here, Barrett, we're gonna test these holes. I'm gonna use a small bit, okay? Because I may wanna change the location of this, and I don't wanna have a big hole there.
What?
Well, it hit a stud. I wasn't necessarily wanting to hit a stud.
That's good.
But I guess, what about that? Now what I'm gonna do is test, I'm gonna come over 3/4 and see if that's actually the center or not. So that's pretty close, and that's funny because there's insulation in the wall and your bit gets tangled up in it and it'll wanna pull it out when you see the insulation coming out of the wall.
Yep.
So it's better to turn your drill on reverse and back it out. So that one hit. Now let's test this one, which I think is pretty much a miracle. If I was wanting to hit a stud, I promise you I wouldn't have hit it. Okay, so this one's not gonna hit, I know, because
Too close together.
it's too close. We wouldn't have put framing that close together. And I built the house, so I need to remind me to back the drill, because I keep pulling insulation out of the wall. Now this one's not gonna hit either. None of these others are gonna hit. Well, this one might hit.
Hope so.
Why? Yeah,
It'll be
because that's
stronger.
16 inches. How did we do that? I guess okay, so we centered the TV on the windows.
Yeah.
The windows are centered on this wall, so the framing must be laid out. No, it wouldn't be laid out. Well, here's what makes me nervous though. If you're not in the center of the stud, your lag bolt's not gonna work well. So you wanna test it. You wanna come over 3/4.
Let's see.
See, I hit the stud again. That means that's not the center, all right? So maybe here's the center. What we need to do is go a little farther. Damn it, if I didn't hit it again. That was actually the edge, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. If I had run that lag bolt in right there, then it would have gone off to the side. So I know what people are thinking. The more you drill lots of holes in the wall, well, okay, I missed. You see, that was actually the stud's 1.5 inches. Right here's the center. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna take a pencil and mark. I should hit it right here too. Yeah. So let me mark those. And these are not gonna be, this one's not gonna hit. I keep forgetting. You think on one hole, I could put my drill in reverse so I wouldn't pull insulation out? All right, so I think I need to mark these.
All the corners.
Yeah. So we've decided we're only going to use these 2 top ones other than the 4. I just think it's ridiculous. I mean, these 4 bolts would have held it into the studs. I don't think you need 4 more. But to try out these new anchors that we haven't tried out before, I'm actually going to move this hole over a little bit, Barrett. I think it's a little, why did they not put it in the center of that slot? I don't understand that. So I'm just going to move this over a little bit. Well, I guess I'm not. Now see, this bit's gonna even be worse about pulling insulation out of the wall. So I'm just gonna drill them where they go, I guess. Yep.
I guess by having it at the very end, the head of the bolt is contact.
Well, they got washers.
More. Oh yeah.
They got washers. So let's see how those anchors work. I'm gonna leave our template up there for now. I think when it said you didn't even have to drill a hole, but I think that's kind of silly. There we go. I'm hitting this little thing right here. There we go. Now, it's that thing, when it opens up like this, right?
Yep.
There we go. And then you put, I just realized,
With the paper.
I gotta get the template out of the way. And this, can you see when my fat
Yeah.
fingers in the way?
No.
Then you push that. Now see, if you don't drill a hole, how are you supposed to get that all the way against the wall? Got that in the wall, so I'm just gonna kind of cut this off. Oh wait,
Nice.
huh. So now you just gotta hope you can get that bolt threaded in there. After you get the bracket up, we'll see if we can't get that in there. I think you really need to drill a hole bigger, a little bit bigger than what we're doing. Let's try the next one. All right, we got a monster hole for this one. So it should just go right in there, yeah. I mean, that's really the way they should fit. And the only thing about the insulation in the wall, I feel like you need to get it to where you can see that it's kind of in the center of the hole, because you got to thread the bolt in that hole. Now let me see if I can tighten this up. I like that sort of zip tie effect. Go. And then
That went in there a lot better, yeah.
that's a little spooky how easy that comes off, but this one's gonna go, I can already tell this bolt's gonna go right in. Well, you just gotta kind of get it started and kind of get the thread started.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it started. So we're just gonna try this one. Do I need a washer? I got that, hold that just for a second. I got it started. I need to get a washer. Yeah, that's going. We got it lined. It's supposed to be in the center there. we're just gonna temporarily kind of snug that up. I like those. I don't have them super snug, and I may end up putting them. The nice thing about this is, Barrett, is that I can take this anchor out and put it back in. The problem with the toggle bolt is the toggle part of it falls inside the wall. So this system is reusable. You just take this bolt out. If I needed a washer, you know, but I think we're gonna be fine. I don't know if this battery is gonna, which hole was it, that one?
Yes.
Battery.
Nice.
I think I could hang my butt on this and it wouldn't fall. Barrett, now tell me whether you think all of these are needed or not.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
I promise you, you could hang on that. Not that I want you to. Staub, Level, Levial, Yatta, Teak.
Language is that, man?
That's the upside down language. Barrett discovered. We put it on upside down. Now, okay, we didn't do this on purpose, okay? But guess what? If these were 2 toggle bolts, we would lose our toggles. So we're gonna take it off and put it. The other thing we have to do is, while we've got it up here, Barrett, let's mark our box for our electrical.
Yeah.
Because what I don't like is having, you know, I think I said this earlier, I don't want to have a cord hanging down going to that receptacle over there.
Yep.
We're gonna go ahead and kind of mark out our receptacle before we take this down. We know the stud is right here, right? We don't want this rehab box against the stud because it might interfere with our flippy things. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and mark these sides right there. And you need to mark this box right here and right there. Because the rehab boxes obviously are made, once you start turning that screw, that flips up, it'll come against the drywall. And these are great, I love these things. Easy peasy. So we have our handy Dremel multi-tool, and I've used this blade a few times, so it's kind of dull, but it's a drywall blade. It's got little tiny teeth, it makes minimal dust, and it works really good. Come back, cut like that. You don't want to cut past that hole too much because you'll end up having to mud the drywall. I know people are thinking, well, look at all this crap. Well, all this is going to be covered up by the bracket. We can come in here and touch up this paint. We won't have any drywall work to do. Goodbye, Patch. See you in the next life. Patch. We'll name you Patch.
Drywall.
Your name is Patch. All right, so let's get the box and see if I cut the hole big enough. I'm gonna fish the wire. Perfect. I want to fish the wire down first. Get her. You know how you didn't cut the corners out like I did, but it won't cut. It won't come out. Knock her out, man. Got her. Just put you might just push it back. Good job. Now what we'll do is we'll run a wire from there down to there, and then the electricians will come in with their curvy drill bits and drill me a hole down through the floor. You might ask, why aren't you just tying into these other, because the wire will be too short. Plus, I want the electricians to come back and they're gonna add some receptacles out in the shop. All right, Barry, you ready? We're gonna fish this down. I said we weren't. Insulation's gonna get, let's see how much, yeah. Feels like the insulation is up against the wall. Almost there. I might have to get you to stick your hand.
Don't they usually like have some kind of string or something?
Huh?
Put some kind of string on it or something?
No, the insulation gets in the way. All I need to do is put my hand in here and keep it against the outside of the wall like this. See how I'm holding it against the drywall?
Yeah.
So it won't get tangled up. You're gonna, I got it. I felt it go past that point. Yeah, see? Yep. Grab her and pull her out. Don't make her scream. Right, so we're gonna give them about that much just for the fun of it. And then we'll cut this off right about here. Where'd my lineman's wire go? Give me about 6 inches sticking out of the wall. And then we'll poke us a hole. Pocahontas. Take our rehab box, we'll open up one of these little flaps. Sometimes they're stiff, so you gotta get them started. And we'll poke it through there. Pull her out. Well, sometimes they just want to be ornery. What it is, that little flap is supposed to catch it.
Keeps it.
Yeah, it keeps it stiff in there, and that's doing its job, but it makes it a little bit difficult. Sometimes you gotta reach in there and kind of pull back on the flap. Hold that. And then we get our flaps in there, and then we turn them. I'm just going to turn them for now, and then I'm going to get the drill. We have an efficient tool now. Oop, I got that a little too tight. I keep forgetting how fast they tighten it. You don't want to get it so tight that little plastic thing breaks off, which I've had them do. I'm gonna back that off a little bit. That's perfect. That's in there good and tight. Barrett, have we successfully made the longest TV bracket mounting video in history?
Yeah.
But, you know, we're having to do electrical work and all this stuff.
It's hard to get in there.
You know what? We're not gonna tighten that one up because the electricians will have to take it out. You know what?
So don't put it in here?
Let's don't put that one in. We'll just coil the wire up right there. And because the electrician's gonna come with their curvy bit and drill a hole down through the floor, and then they'll have to run a wire up to there. So they'll just be mad at us. We don't want the electricians mad. Let's set this one. Perfect. Now we have washers. Which one is that? This one? Yeah. And these look too big, but I don't think they are. Ooh, I like those anchors.
Yeah, it's tight.
No, I love those anchors because, you know, we made that mistake of getting the crack upside down. Wow, that's awesome. I'd almost see, that's why I'd almost rather miss a stud just because of how well those work. Might help if you put the bit in. Point in the right direction. Might need to get a heavier. I mean, this Milwaukee is great, but it's a little bit small for putting big lag bolts in.
You definitely don't need the two on the bottom.
You don't need them, but I'm gonna go ahead and put them
Nice.
in. That tight.
No, I meant those two.
Oh no, I'm not putting those in. No way, Jose. All right, so now, all right, Barry, think you can get it on there?
Yep.
That's the
Like
easy.
that.
That's the easy part in it. Now these little screws here, you run these up, and they lock it. Kind of tight, lock it in place. But you'd have to get the TV centered.
Yeah.
Just occurred to me. Is it tight?
Feels tight. Is it hitting it?
No, it's that stupid washer. Keep going. See if you can keep going and force it. The bolt that holds the TV on is right there. It's kind of a crappy design. I'm gonna try to push it. Wait a minute. Okay, so what was happening is this washer is forcing this bolt head out. And so what I'm doing is taking that washer off. I don't see that it's needed that much. I mean, maybe, but in this case, because it's keeping these, doing this left-handed. It's keeping these, it's kind of a bad design to have that bolt head right there because it's keeping this from making contact with it. Working?
Yep.
Now that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to bypass that metal and lock the TV in.
Yep.
I wouldn't tighten it too tight. Just get her snug. Pose, strike a pose. Looks good, doesn't it?
Yep.
Well, it'll look better once the electricians come and fish me a wire up for that. And then we'll get our furniture across there.
Cool.
What are we gonna watch? YouTube videos.
Yeah.
We could watch Salty Shellback.
Nice, yeah.